This is probably like my favorite physique. Like his build here is crazy.
Oh, great. That's true. They definitely shot this when they greenlit Days of Future Past.
Just watching it.
Mutants of the Reject Nation, it's time to watch the Wolverine extended cut, the version Coy and I have never seen.
First time reaction.
Technically.
Nah, SEO.
We could put it somewhere in the SEO now.
Also haven't seen the original cut in years.
I saw it once in the theater, and I think the thing is, like, a lot of times when we watch movies once and then watch it again, it's like brand new. But all these movies, even if I've only seen some of them once, I've seen like clips for years because of the world we inhabit, you know? So
the comic stuff is harder to be like, what was that happening?
yeah. I remember like enough main beats. Pretty sure. Anyway, I'm excited to see if I can tell what's new and what isn't.
Yeah, I'm very curious because it's an R-rated cut now. I love James Mangold, and I know more of his work now, so I'm curious if we notice more like Mangoldisms.
That's true. The Mangoldisms, all the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, all the indie references.
all the identity. Have you seen that?
Indy 4? Oh, I did. I love Identity.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
You made sure he directed that one. He really fought for it.
310 to Yuma is so slept on for modern Western. His whole resume is crazy.
Yeah, he's a good director. He makes some good stuff once in a while.
This James Mangold guy, he's going places.
Gene! Let's do this.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Fellow Reject, did you know that a few years ago we actually, for real, had some hacking and identity issues tied to our online accounts here? It was a massive headache, so ever since then we take internet security very serious around here because browsing the internet without protection is basically like sending a private message to a giant group full of strangers. That's why we champion private internet access, today's sponsor. They are a VPN, which means it hides your IP address and encrypts your internet connection so that way hackers, internet providers, and trackers cannot snoop on your data. And for what we do at Real Rejects, it is huge for accessibility. Streaming libraries change depending on where you're at. PIA lets you connect to 91 countries in all 50 states, opening up more content, needless to say. And what makes them stand out amongst the rest is their transparency. Their apps are open source, their no logs policy has been proven in court and independently audited by Deloitte. And one of the best parts, one subscription protects unlimited devices. They've had over 30 million downloads, and signing up is risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And today, Rejects, you can get 83% off plus 4 months free at piavpn.com/rejects. Once again, that's piavpn.com/rejects. Thank you, Private Internet Access, for helping protect our data and for sponsoring this video. That's it's just a nice shot of the island, but then the planes and the alarm, like Serenity to a
broken.
Oh, yes, really well done. Like, it's so peaceful, but you got to sit your audience in with the peacefulness before you present the chaos.
And then even the blinding sun makes it like harrowing, like there's an intensity. It's so much more serious immediately than the average X-Men we've seen so far. I mean the framing, by the way. Like, I love the seriousness of the framing.
Oh, just kept getting more cut.
Yeah, every movie more shredded. I do not remember this movie because I don't remember this at all.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, what is happening?
It's a B-29, folks. No outrunning what's coming.
I love how he went down because they don't want to show that he has a power. Oh, what an excellent illustration of the fear.
The sound design is incredible.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, that was awesome.
That's so cool. Oh, he's a hero. Oh, I got chills.
Wow.
So good at selling that pain. I like how his hair grew back to
immediately.
exactly where it was before.
What an incredible opening.
Wake up.
I don't remember this movie at all.
That far back.
I didn't know Gene was in it. That's what I just
Really?
He just hit me like a brick wall.
That's all I remember is him shouting her name.
It's too late.
That weirdly feels like they actually had a love story in the previous 3 X-Men movies.
Yeah, I actually felt more there about their connection than I had him just hating Scott and not getting her.
He's lonely in the prologue. He's lonely in the present.
I also like that the first thing we saw him was saving someone, and like then it's gonna reveal the vow that we know about him, but it makes it feel fresh.
Yeah, I remember in the comic he's hunting the bear, or the bear is like, I forget already.
I remember the bear being fairly like symbolic of him.
But I remember the bear being like injured. That's coming back to what happens in the movie, actually.
I think I've only seen this the once in theaters, so I think it's been like 15 years.
Why call that on store credit?
Boyd Holbrook.
No, it wasn't. I was like, he's in Logan. That's Troy Holbrook.
You're not a hunter, are you?
Not anymore.
Theme stated.
I made a vow, something vow.
I like the idea of Wolverine's hair, that when it's long, it falls, but when it's short, it curls
It just
up.
has to only go one direction. I do love how much they're leaning into the isolationist Wolverine, because I didn't remember that about the movie, but they've really established it well.
They're also letting the violence feel horrible. This is what it was like in the comic. He finds the bear injured, and then he's upset at the people who left him injured. So in like the linear timeline, we saw Jean have a mercy kill, and then the next kill he does, presumably another mercy kill. And in Japan, he wasn't with Victor.
Is that in the first issue, the bear?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the start of.
That's what I'm now remembering, but I always thought it was a metaphor for him coming back, but now I'm trying to remember it.
You're the one who was attacked by the grizzly?
I'm the one that survived.
I'd like to buy this man a drink.
Nice accent.
What's your name, mister?
It's a poison, broadhead, which last I heard was illegal. Go ahead, ask me where I found it.
Takes his drink.
Poison bled into the bear, made him crazy, killed 5 people. I don't know what you're talking about. In that case, you got nothing to worry about.
I wouldn't bother with them. Most of them will die soon anyway. 3 of them a week from now in the same truck.
What's an Asian girl doing here?
She has such a cool look.
Get in.
It's cool to take samurai tropes and put them in the states.
And especially the mountains, like,
Yeah.
removed.
It's very different.
Because he's usually the gaijin, like, in Asian culture, standing out. And here, we get to subvert that.
Master Yoshida, he said it belongs to you and that he's paying all debts.
That's from X-Men 3.
He watched.
He very much wants to say his goodbye in person.
All right, where is he?
Tokyo.
Kid, I'm not going to Tokyo.
Sit in the woods.
What do you gotta do?
Why did you go into the bar if not to seek justice?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
I think Yukio know.
You're a soldier and you seek what all soldiers do. An honorable death, an end to your pain.
Who says I'm in pain?
It's pretty obvious you're in pain.
All of this.
It's so much better than Origins.
It's so good.
It's so much better.
I feel like I'm getting to watch a new Wolverine movie.
One day, I say goodbye to Mr. Yoshida and I come right back.
Okay.
So I'll say this because I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen in the movie, but her character falls in love with Wolverine in the comics. But Wolverine's like...
In love with Mariko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's originally like trying to pull one off on him, like assassinate him too.
Yeah, his relationships are always interesting because it's always like love and distrust, but like over hundreds of years.
How old are you? Many wars.
There was a montage.
Should have seen it, then stopped there.
20 wars.
Jump cuts are great.
That's the second time they've done the cut from the flashback to the present.
And the match
mirroring
cuts
the
are
turn.
so good, yeah. You feel the memory, like the weight of it.
You said you knew the future of those assholes in the bar.
I know they are going to die.
You said they would die in the same truck.
We don't know how close.
But it's not cemented though, right?
So do I die on this plane?
Not on this plane.
She doesn't have powers, though, in the comic.
No. And they're implying that she does here, but not in the direct way.
Japan looks like the one place I'd love technology.
I'm a maximalist, so I think I'd love just. I like standing in like Times Square just staring.
725, is that some license plate Easter egg?
Gotta be. It's 15, issue 15.
The Japanese mob, the Yakuza, they've grown strong as the government has grown weak.
Hip replacement.
Everywhere.
This way.
Who's that?
Oh.
Master Yashida's-san.
I believe he was a swordsmith before he started becoming an actor.
Really?
That's why so many of his roles he's using
proficient with swords.
Yeah. I love the framing of Wolverine, and so much of this is always off center.
He's trying to find his way.
That's Mariko, his granddaughter.
I want to marry her.
I immediately love her
I have a thing where I fall obnoxiously in love with a woman who I don't really know.
at first glance.
Shizu and Saki are going to disinfect you. Getting a tab.
Really?
Okay. All right.
Such a large human.
The perfect haircut, just like in the 50s.
It has to go up.
40s.
It's long enough. This looks continuity proof. This looks like good hair for Greg.
It's good continuity here.
Every
Yeah.
scene, it's good for Greg.
Going to be the same in every shot. Love it. 40s is when the war was, not the 50s. Not bad. Sorry, everyone.
War
Sorry, everyone.
prior.
What's a white girl doing here?
Those eyes.
Weird.
Kuzuri.
What the hell?
Dr. Green, leave us, please.
5 minutes, no more.
It's kind of crazy how he was like a cowardly soldier in a way, might be perceived that way. But then,
And then
Wolverine,
change Japan.
because of Wolverine showing him the impossible, it probably allowed him to aspire to more.
Yeah. And what we would have lost if we'd lost him, like the country.
For many years, I have wanted to thank you for saving my life. You were kind to me. Saw that even from that well.
Where was Victor during that war?
Couldn't make that one. Obligation.
They were together the entire time.
The painting is from the village of my birth. It depicts the bravery and skill of the Black Clan, Ninja Warrior.
That sounds like a B movie.
This have in my family for 7 centuries.
Sounds like an exploitation film. The Black Clan.
Sequel to
I
Dolomite.
wanted to repeat. I came here to say goodbye to a man I once knew. I'm not ready to die now, but you are, aren't you?
What a great billionaire. He knows.
I fear for my family. I fear for everything.
Here's heart rate
else
monitor
in
actually
this.
rising.
Yeah.
I went to kill her. Who? Mariko. My granddaughter. She's my treasure.
But I'm in love with her now.
I must.
You don't want what I've got.
The heart rate could catch. Such a great way to build intensity.
And if that heart gives out, his life gives out. If only I remember Japanese names better from the comics, then I would be able to tell you if this guy was indeed in that comic.
He is the guy he turns into in the third act, which is one of the only things I remember about. But whether he's the son of, I don't remember.
No, I believe he actually is in the comic. He's got an affinity for vulnerable women. God, she manages to look so elegant after getting smacked in the face.
Sad, such grace.
Yeah.
Oh,
He knows death. He knows when someone wants it.
You about done?
Let go of me.
I enjoy how theatrical of a film this is.
yeah. I was saying about the lighting earlier. They were doing the blue and yellow lighting really well, and then like here, there's so much drama in the frames.
Yeah, it's really cool. God damn.
That is a very low body fat man.
I just want to cup it.
There's so many places to cup though. So sculpted.
I was digging through the garbage for something to eat.
So they just took you home with them?
It was always difficult for Mariko to make friends.
Brought in just to be a friend. That is your purpose.
I'll see to it the plane is ready in the morning. Sleep here.
He's constantly trying not to care.
I think he assumes it's easier to be like the isolationist version.
そんなにがっかりした顔するな、信玄。私はまだ死んじゃいない。You have always been my assumed successor.
That does not look comfortable.
No,
when
it looks
he's
like those
sitting-
things where you leave an imprint.
like they're more uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the way I'd want to go out. Spiky?
You have brought this company close to ruin.
言葉ですが、それは皆
When I die, someone else will take my place as chairman.
They knew Americans couldn't listen for too long.
Yeah, we can't have exposition like that in Japanese.
You are not the man to lead Yashida.
You cannot bring in someone from the outside.
In that you are correct.
Who?
Mariko. I think it's Mariko.
そんなことは絶対に許されない。
Wow, I wouldn't trust that super green, smoky.
Ominous tea of yours. That man just said he wanted your powers.
Interesting offer. What are you doing, turning the old man down?
But you wanted to be with me.
Come here.
Oh, that's not Gene. Real mystique maneuver of you.
Oh, that snake sound effect was great.
Is she able to read his mind? Is that part of her skills?
He's dead. I didn't foresee it.
Oh shit, I forgot he was in this.
Yeah, it's got like the who's who, especially of this era.
Interesting how this movie's like a story about him learning to accept life while seeking death. And then Logan is like trying to keep death at a distance. You know.
They definitely are like sister stories.
They are.
And watching this again for the first time in so long, I know Logan way better, and it's cool to see this set up Logan. I also just can't help but think like how much gravitas Hugh Jackman has as Wolverine when he's such a Broadway showman. Like we talked about it in one of the other ones, but he's so grim in this one. And I'm like, that guy's got show tunes in his head.
Yeah.
It's so impressive. He's such a captivating actor.
You need to bow.
It is interesting how they like managed to do an adaptation of that.
Lord
the comic,
Shingen, this is Mr. Logan.
I know who he is.
Your father was a good
They're
man.
taking the parts they need, but they're really
He
not
will always say
beholden
the
to it.
same about
No,
you.
not at all.
But then he was always fascinated with your kind.
White man.
Australian?
To say goodbye.
And now you have time for you to go back to your cave.
You slapped the woman I love. I don't know if that's okay in this culture or not.
But you're like, I'm going to start calling you Scott. Is it okay if I call you Scott? I'm going to learn it. You're Scott now. You're.
Anyone else you want me to meet?
Oh, it's so good. It's the first joke in this movie, like 25 minutes in, and it's awesome.
There seems to be a true appreciation for the culture.
Yeah, there's a reverence, so much love for, and what you need, Logan has it.
Yeah, in the comic,
armor
he's
belongs
upset.
to
Like him and
Shiva-sama.
Mariko are in love, but she's being forced to marry someone else, and it's like driving Wolverine nuts. That man wouldn't have a tattoo.
It's like a gang tattoo.
Something's done right.
Oh shit! Oh, disorientation. He's not healing. That's how you give a solo Wolverine movie stakes.
Yeah.
That's how you do it,
Man.
So cool. Even reading the comic, I'm like, there's no tension. He can't die.
Right, it's Wolverine.
Oh shit!
Man.
Wrong time to not have your healing power, man.
Just so casually Viper.
Just feels like a random comic book cordy element of this
In the
like,
middle of
very
all of this
serious
yeah.
movie. Ooh! Whoa!
R-rated cut.
I don't know what's cut out and what's.
But that certainly wasn't allowed in it.
Nice firework, damn.
Yeah, that was seamless. Yeah.
You know what side he's on.
He's so good at hitting Wolverine poses in air.
Cool. Fuck yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Why does someone talk about this fight?
It's so
This
good.
is really well choreographed.
I'm so impressed. And it's long and thorough.
Ouch! Ow! Oh shit!
What great editing to feel the unconsciousness setting in.
Where the fuck do I know that guy from? Gosh, can't place it. I like the little inserts they do to show Mariko is actually more than just a vulnerable woman. Like, she can actually fight.
I love the moments of handheld, too, to add intensity. He blends it really well.
Very appreciative they keep the population of Japan alive.
Yeah, that they're not suddenly in an empty street fighting. Oh, this is the age of, like, parkour everything, and it's perfect for this. Casino Royale, that was a parkour era.
Nice. That flip
That
was
was so
necessary.
sick.
You needed a flip to land it. Hell yeah.
So sick.
I love how they duck the music for that.
Yeah, we have to, like...
Every arrow shot, they duck the music. It enhances his focus when they duck at the music.
Like when you're parking a car and you turn your music down. But for assassins.
Do we have time to play?
I love this game. I love this game.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so good.
Blood splat on the glass.
When you can reinvent a fight chase scene and make it feel new, I'm always so impressed.
Awesome. Everyone here is just like, it's another day in
Yeah, you
Japan.
know.
Thank you for what you did back there.
Those were Yakuza.
I'm fine. I can make my way from here. Get yourself a doctor.
No, you don't understand. I have a condition.
I just love
I'm
so much.
so in love with you.
I can't say Gene, so I have to say Mariko. I must.
Really stands out amongst
He
the crowd.
real tall Australian man.
Man, before the pandemic, we were able to do so many extras, and also before budget cuts were
And
crazy.
money, when
Yeah.
there was money,
there was money
you know.
in the movies. Yeah.
They're not filming in the volume.
Yeah.
This is one of those bullet trains, right?
I told you I don't need your help.
Brad Pitt.
What do they do, like 300 miles an hour?
I vaguely remember a dope train fight I assume happens soon, which has me excited.
No, man, what you need to do is get like a fork and a knife.
Yeah,
and
you do like
you
Americans
need
do. We all
utensils.
pretended our whole lives. Snicked.
You are a toy doll, a companion for a child who has outgrown you. Keep that in mind.
He's just so hateable.
That's what my wife says to me.
She learned it from him.
But it turns me on when she
Yeah,
says
that's totally.
So where are we headed, Mariko?
I'm going to the end of the line. My family has a home in the south.
That's stupid.
That's stupid.
You can't pretend shit isn't happening when it is, princess. Unless you want to die. In that case, you're playing this perfectly.
So far, out of all the, I mean, we haven't gone to Logan, but this is his best work.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I feel like Hugh Jackman just kept caring more about Wolverine the longer he did the role.
Yeah,
which
it's not
is
like he
so
just-
fucking rare.
Usually people get kind of coasted. He's
Yeah.
like, I am the Wolverine. I also feel like him and James Mangold love the character in the same way. Like they both see him the same. And when you get that kind of symbiosis,
Like Eddie Brock.
yeah. I was gonna say the Russo brothers and Thor, but also Eddie Brock.
So many like off-tilt shots in this. A lot of like sideways angles.
Slightly Dutch.
Disorienting shots.
And the editing always makes you feel like you're in his head. It would be so hard to learn defense.
Whoa, cool.
So sick.
Oh shit! Great
Ooh, what a shot!
Damn.
That push through? I don't know how they actually did that. Wow.
Awesome. Oh, amazing. Yeah, he knew to go off his look.
Oh, so awesome.
Oh!
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow. And the way they set that up.
The whole lead up from him following his order, and they switch places.
That's great.
Beautiful shot. Oh, fastball special!
Holy shit.
She's been hanging out listening to music. That was an incredible sequence. Holy crap.
You know this place. Where's downtown?
Straight ahead.
It's got a really fun Act 2 humor to it.
I can't get over that scene. That was incredible.
That was really well done.
Let's go.
This might be like the most overlooked X-Men movie.
I remember loving the first 2 acts, and now I'm wondering if I love it all. Because, like, that was insane.
People always, like, shit on Wolverine at Origins and praise the hell out of Logan.
And then there's this middle one.
There's this middle one, but there's so many great things in this one.
Man.
Adjoining rooms on the same floor. Right next to each other. Very close. No.
2部屋お願いしたいんですけど。
And because he's, like, injured and pushing through, it gives that, like, die-hard John McClane.
Which you would never think Wolverine could do.
Yeah, it's good.
She has no rooms available next to each other. She's asking if he prefer the dungeon or the mission to Mars.
This is foreshadowing post-Krakoa, Iraqi. It's not. The mutants live on Mars for a little bit.
This'll do.
Next to Dr. Manhattan.
Yes, they wait.
Kinda help me, actually.
James Mangold was doing location scouting. It was like, we have to use this room.
I want this to be a location for me. Oh, there's a shot.
And the opening flashback establishes he's a man who'll always push through pain.
That's a lot of blood. I thought you were done being a hero.
First time she actually looks like a ghost.
Trying to kill her.
As he approaches death.
Just let it go. It's not hard to die. Come to me.
I love how it's the noble protector trope, but in a different way, and it's still very him. But you're right, the John McClane elements, a lot of film tropes.
Logan. You're slipping.
Whoa. Oh my God.
Oof.
Logan.
What? Whoa.
Wow.
Wanna say something before you die? Touch him.
The key.
Oh my God. Mariko. You are fine.
This movie's very underappreciated.
Yeah, it is. Oh, because Logan's the greatest of all time.
Yes. He is, in fact, goated. That vascular beast of a human.
This is Mariko from the hotel and her grandson Hitoshi.
You see, doctor.
He's a veterinarian.
He's a veterinarian.
For a Wolverine.
Student.
Student.
Thanks. Oh.
You may have cut him once or twice while he was stitching you.
Poor guy.
I'm not getting better. Not like before. She did this to me.
At least you still have your muscles. Does this
No
mean
healing factor required.
Does this mean I need to start eating proper protein?
To watch my macros?
Oh, God.
Just stop smoking cigars?
How much, huh? How much?
Nice. You're like
See, like that use of power earlier would have been better for the tone at that point of the film than like Snake Face.
she's like gritty poison ivy.
Don't play with me, bitch. I can kill you.
Oh, if you could make me feel something, Harada.
I can slit your pretty mouth open before you open it to say one more
Man, he talks really ugly to her.
You work for Yoshida. Where is Logan?
I'm not done with him.
She's in a different movie, Coy.
She's in a comic movie from the early 2000s. This is approaching a modern comic movie, and it's struggling.
His flesh is weak now. I did that.
This also feels like it's directed by someone else.
Just find them before the Yakuza.
The lighting's on par, but like even the frame choices and everything else felt like a different movie.
To this extent, it cuts credit. And maybe there hasn't been any extended scenes yet. Or
Yeah, nothing's
scenes.
felt bonus.
There's nothing that I've been like, that must have been cut out. Because even that scene, as weird as it was, I'm like...
We needed it for the plot of the
See how
reveal
that-
of Hamato, yeah. But 17 minutes is a lot. I'm wondering...
Get off here.
Also, his like relationship with her is so much more interesting than Jean.
They're developing it, Coy.
Oh, they're giving it time
yeah.
and purpose.
Where are we?
Just outside Nagasaki.
I also love that he's in all black because of a funeral, but that gives a sense of uniform, but also shows a sense of the X-Men suit because of the nature of the black leather. Like it's a uniform of a sort, but logically because of the funeral.
That's a great point.
Because if he was in like a hoodie right now, I'd be like, oh, God, that looks good.
Yeah. A fake meat version of that sounds really good.
Yeah. Tofu or something.
Beyond meat.
That's Harada. We were village champions that summer. He with a bow, with the knives.
What do you know?
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Chopsticks
immediacy.
samurai are a bad omen. It resembles incense at a funeral.
Yeah, and he's dressed in black, ready for death.
Why did your father hit you?
I was trying to warn him.
What did your grandfather tell you?
There's no time for secrets. Come on.
In 3 days, when they read his will, I will become the most powerful person in Japan. He gave it all to me.
The company.
I didn't want it.
They're both dealing with dilemmas of what to do with the power they have.
I don't understand why he gave it to me.
What about this fiance of yours, Nostromo?
Noburo.
Does he know about this?
It's completely wrong.
Said it so straight.
Nostromo.
My father arranged it last year.
What?
It gives him better access to the political theater. To disobey my father would be to dishonor him.
Well, he's trying to kill you, so...
I don't expect you to understand.
Puts the chopsticks back down.
Like this mysterious dark music tumbling down the rabbit hole.
We are running out of time. Soon, I hope. I'm sending men to the south. That's where we found the bodies.
It makes sense they'd speak all this in English.
Yes, culturally they both would. For us. Oh, all the things you have to adjust to.
What a great human moment for him. Poor guy. They made him have to stay in such amazing shape
For
every
months and then years.
the amount of water dieting he had to do.
Yeah. Because he's shirtless a lot in this one. I mean, that is insane.
Look at that vast. Oh my God, he's got veins everywhere.
That's like a sub 9% body fat. Like, that is a crazy walk around weight. And he's like 6'4". This guy was hungry for decades for us.
Really?
Tired.
Do you need something?
No.
Oh, he's kind of enjoying
Yeah, he's
it.
like, oh, that's a new sensation. There is that feeling of like when you're exhausted from working out that's positive he would have never felt.
This will help.
I love apples.
Me too. Nice Honey Crisp right now.
I usually have like 5 apples within a week. I love the apples so much.
It's probably the only place our diet overlaps. Apples and protein shakes. I too have given up the peanut butter and it hurts. I miss it.
There's so many calories.
It's
for
so dense
so
for
little.
what protein
Yeah.
is in it, but it's so tasty. If I want to look like Hugh Jackman.
Oh, it's the same island.
No, 2 hands. Japanese sword require 2 hands.
Victor's gonna love this sword. I'll never forget Victor.
I can't take it.
Please, thank you.
Keep it safe. Keep it safe for me. Someday I'll come get it.
When he truly feels worthy of it.
Which is some of my favorite stuff in the Frank Miller run. The sense of honor that book like plays with as it goes. Oh, what a shot.
Such a natural use of the claw there. I see opportunity.
I will rebuild.
I can monopolize this island.
Man. Transitions in this. The beauty of now and the devastation in one lifetime, like in one regular human generation.
My grandfather would say, what happened here was proof that everything in the world finds peace.
So many themes, so articulated in such a way that it doesn't feel heavy-handed, but the writing in this is so good.
Maybe you too.
Well, it fits like the cultural atmosphere that this movie's striking.
You don't say very well. You call out in the night.
There's like a spiritualness to the film.
Yeah, which ties so well to Logan. I'm really excited to watch these near each other.
Who's Jean?
Mariko, you're the new Jean.
That's why we're hunting your Scott.
We should go back. There's rain coming.
This movie would not exist without X-Men The Last Stand.
For that, I'm thankful for X-Men The Last Stand. And for X-Men Origins Wolverine. They had to do an apology tour.
It's the best apology tour. It might be the only trilogy in film history where every sequel gets exponentially stronger.
It's crazy. Yeah, you start that loose and like foundation wobbly.
This isn't right.
He hasn't used his,
like a proper samurai.
he hasn't sniffed anything in a long time. You know?
My grandfather called me a Ronin, samurai without a master. He said I was destined to live forever. With no reason to live.
Was he right?
Yes.
Man, they actually earn and live up to the Mariko-Logan relationship in the comic. That was like such a well-earned beat.
The sensation and appreciation for life for him must be so different right now.
Dying, feeling, loving.
Because he's way older than her.
Yeah, 100, maybe 150 years more.
Yeah, it's kind of inappropriate when you think about it.
So I asked how old she was earlier, but it wouldn't really matter because anyway, it's 100.
Everyone you love dies.
Whoa. What a scary thing to wake up to.
Yeah, to be.
When I was a girl, I had nightmares. I'd wake up and run to my parents.
Love how she like touches the claws.
It's so intimate.
Like accepting, like grazing a wound.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather was different. He told me stories about Kuzuri, his friend. Who he met at the bottom of a well. He said Kuzuri would protect me too as I slept in my bed.
What a cool way to incorporate the folklore and mysticism.
These women are always giving him like mythological backgrounds to appreciate.
Is she like you? What happened to her?
She died. I killed her, along with the Kazuri.
Interesting how he provides no context to like that she had to die.
Go ahead and just tuck back in.
But somehow she understands. Or
That
she's
it's
like
his guilt, I think.
Or she's like, he's a murderer and
I
I
should
like it.
stay
now.
close. I should be.
Yeah. He'll kill me if I don't hug him. I don't know why Jean was killed.
I guess I'll just trust that his guilt is strong.
She came back as a phoenix.
Again and again.
They tried creating a cure. And I wish you just recap.
You should just watch X-Men 3.
You should just recap the whole movie.
Oh, that was a cool beat. I didn't the Logan moment of implying his death because she sees.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because I worry about his...
Yeah, he feels things now.
Yeah, as he was jumping, I was like, oh no.
You'll break a shin, bro.
Yeah. They got one guy to torture there.
Yeah, get that information.
Where are they taking you? I know talk, IG. I never talk.
Whoa.
Who hired you?
I want to buy an Audi.
Oh, and then turn into Avengers. Like they kept the branding.
Take me to Nobro.
Logan,
Take me to him.
I need to tell you something.
Do it now.
Looks so fun to drive. Have you ever driven an Audi? I've driven an Audi.
Yeah,
They are really nice cars. Yeah, they are.
I want an Audi. I've never driven an Audi.
I saw you die a while ago. It's not like I get a complete picture. All I can see is one part of a person's life, their death.
Oh, and that's good foreshadowing because of finale stuff. I don't remember what you remember and what you don't.
She says a line I think that reflects X-23.
A lot of people have tried to kill me, and I'm still here.
But you're different now, aren't you? They can kill you.
Just wait in the car.
Because doesn't X-23 die in his hand, like in his arms?
When she said, I'm talking about the finale of this movie, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember the finale of this movie.
Yeah.
Just think of me as your bodyguard.
Looks down at tiny person.
Why you, the Minister of Justice, would want your fiancée killed by the Yakuza?
You don't have the faintest idea what's going on.
How many words was that?
9.
9. You have 1 word left. Really?
Great sound design.
He brought the company to the edge of bankruptcy. He was obsessed with you. English! Mariko would have never gone through with the wedding. Not once the will was revealed. She never took to me.
I wonder what.
Really?
Xingyin promised me a fortune for my help.
So you put a hit on his daughter?
Political careers don't last forever.
That's right.
You wanted the truth! I told you the truth!
Whoa.
I didn't expect him to.
Oh, okay.
How'd you know there's a pool down there?
I didn't.
I still think he would have died.
Yeah. Oh,
Fly
yeah.
that
That
pool.
was a 30-foot deep pool. Like,
I guess they were worried the audience wouldn't like
a
Logan.
Wolverine killing.
Logan killing a bad person.
Yeah.
We
Even
wouldn't
though
have-
he claws up plenty of people, stabs them to death all day.
Crazy how you're not proud or trying to get her to like you. Whoa, homie, you're really cornered. She's wearing green.
Viper. Her other movie's back.
Is that Logan's sword?
What's that?
Is that Logan's sword?
I feel like that would have been more of a moment, but maybe. Maybe he picks it up here and that becomes its moment.
Company built a facility into the mountainside, 500 kilometers from here.
That's far. Compound V.
Those little things we saw in the beginning.
I gotta get that thing out of me.
Your heart in your hand. She warned you about this.
You're going to die, Logan.
Maybe that's okay.
Just watch him walk
Someone
past.
just walked by.
You're not gonna wanna watch this part.
No, listen to me, please. No. No, stop.
Just watching it.
Stay away from him.
He killed your master.
We did watch him walk by.
I was like, I hope that wasn't an extra. We just got it. Like the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly. Rebirth. Resurrection.
Phoenix. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
Don't hit my friends.
Where's Mariko? She's gone.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Beast. He's back.
You tried to kill your daughter. Live with that.
Oh, he should Seppuku?
Yeah. Whatever that word is that we can't pronounce.
What kind of monster are you?
The Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the reverse of it.
Oh, man.
That was so cool.
What a shot. Man, that whole sequence.
Thank you.
Doesn't have to worry about cancer anymore.
It's a trap, Logan.
Not that he wasn't shredded in Deadpool and Wolverine, and because he was older in Logan, but this is probably like my favorite physique. Like his build here is crazy.
It is pretty nuts. We have to see how he looks in Days of Future Past next.
That's true. I remember him being really shredded in the flashback stuff, but this is crazy.
Welcome, Mariko.
Well, when Darren Aronofsky was first attached to this, he was getting bulky for that, and then they had to find a new director and everything.
Aronofsky was going to direct this?
Yeah.
That's crazy. After The Fountain or before?
Might have been after, I guess.
Huh. Guy never gets to direct comic movies. Batman, Wolverine, now AI slop.
It's true.
Punishment.
Bookend snow. Green. I do everything green because I'm Viper.
Dyed this green.
He's never faced a black clan.
Dip your arrows in this. It won't kill him, but it will slow him down.
Bookend as well. Arrow poisoned like the bear.
Why do you think the old man chose you? Because you're strong, or because you're weak?
It's her character that ruins this movie.
I was thinking, like, I remember this suit, and that's when it falls off for me, so I'm wondering if this is where it starts to.
Yeah.
Because the combination of more Viper and this silly suit.
It's pointless. You're weak. The Black Clan has protected the House of Yashida.
Oh, they don't know he's healed.
I'm gonna get her.
We are grateful for your protection of Mariko, but there's one more sacrifice you must make for her family.
Go yourself, pretty boy.
That felt like the original cuts, one PG, one F-bomb.
Yeah, that was probably the one they got. Yeah. We've gotten a few more this time.
Wow.
Awesome.
This film is filled to the brim with wire work.
There's so much more practical in this than the average movie, much less superhero movie, modern movie.
And then they managed to make every set piece unique.
Yeah, every fight and chase has been so special.
Nicely done. Wow, she's mowing them all down.
I don't think this was in the other cut.
Guys, you can't stop him. When are you going to come to this realization?
But they got the green tipped arrows. Is the cigar lit? Yeah!
My man.
Light cigar with explosion.
The man is so used to pain that he can
just keep going.
Just keep going and pull it out. Ooh, right in the spine. Why'd you guys waste all that time earlier?
They wanted to be honorable.
Yeah, this should have been plan number one.
Look at that shot, man.
When do they flip because it's efficient, and when do they flip because it's cool?
Yes.
This feels like Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles movie.
It's about to at this thing. Shredder over here.
Yeah.
There's so much good movie all around these scenes, though.
Almost every Viper scene's bad.
It really just changes everything.
High-grade toxins. It helps to be genetically immune to every poison known to man as I am.
What's she motivated by?
Money? Hired by, green?
She's green and greedy.
Now we can begin.
That was clever, at least.
You have courage.
This is the closest it's come to feeling like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yep. It's the third act I remembered being like, whoop.
I don't remember disliking this third act. I've heard that forever from everyone.
That's all I remembered was like, really liked 2 acts. And then I remembered Silver Samurai looking like this. And I love that character in the comics. And that's not this. This was in the era of make a big robot at the end movie.
I don't like this set.
It looks cheap for the first time.
And she's
running.
How'd you know there was a pool there?
I can't believe that run hissing just happened.
I wonder if this had kept the Japanese backdrop more, if that might have helped some of the flavor.
And less stuff like that. Because it was feeling so grounded and tangible.
Ouch. That grows back.
What's that?
Can that grow back?
I mean, his claws, if they're bone claws, would, and then you'd have to relace them, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's only like devolving into like some campy thing.
Just regular fight movie. Even the fight choreography is less dynamic. This feels like studio notes.
Wonder if it is.
Because it ended well a few minutes ago.
This feels like a MCU Disney Plus.
Where we get 7 out of 8 episodes great.
Yeah.
And then episode 8 does something.
He looked like he was taking his time going down them steps.
He's so flippy, but stairs.
Take that.
Adamantium, just a arrow distracts you?
No way. He called him Bub because that's what Wolverine
There's more
says.
falling to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, he hadn't said bub yet, so
The bottomless lab. Well, he called him Bub at the beginning of the movie.
call back. Yeah, he got heat skewered. He did love you.
I loved you. This poor Wolverine.
Now you die.
Today's
It's like a Bond villain sometimes.
She saw your death.
Woo!
Wow.
Woo!
That was cool.
That was pretty brutal.
The amount of screaming and agony Hugh Jackman has to do in all these movies.
Ooh, the marrow.
The suit was built for mining.
For mining marrow from Wolverine. That's how he's gonna get the life-savingness for old man here.
Don't look so shocked.
Well, earlier in the movie, Mariko said, I didn't see his death.
It's because he's alive.
Because he's dead.
My legacy must be preserved. Your mistake was to believe that a life without end can have no meaning.
Oh yeah, they did actually drop the ball.
Yeah.
You know I'm giving you the very death you longed for.
He's de-aging. He's looking like the younger actor.
It's wow. Your grandfather.
Wow, one day she lost her dad and grandfather.
And boyfriendy guy.
Yeah.
You asked me to come say goodbye. Sayonara.
Just like the beginning when he had his bone claws.
Now go pick up that priceless medal.
Yeah, 'cause I
Coat your
think
claws.
it's Days of Future Past. He has his bone claws back.
Yeah, Xavier dies.
I mean,
a lot,
the,
too.
in the metal claws, yeah.
Yeah, they got to recode them. Which only Stryker knows how to do. There's a lot of confusion here.
The woman in this guy's life. No male character has as much woman in his life, except for Ethan Hunt.
Well, he's just got to surround himself by attractive people, and statistically, it just works out.
You're here.
Of course.
Can you stay?
I can't.
Yes, you can. It's what you wanted.
Not anymore.
I'm all alone here.
You're breaking her heart.
I love you, Gene. I always will.
But you know what the finale did not botch? His hair.
Still perfect. Look at it. Continuity.
It's the most continuous hair he's had so far.
Because it looks like bedhead on both sides. Easier to maintain.
寂しくなるわ。たった一人の家族なんだから。
Well, we went a whole movie without knowing what was extended.
That's impressive.
Usually you get a vibe.
I'm like, it's a little extra scene. 17 minutes is substantial, too.
Am I wrong to think you might visit me soon?
Yes. You never come back.
We don't even talk about Mariko much. In the comics, we do.
He kisses you, but he's still in love with Jean.
Stay.
I can't, Princess. I'm a soldier, and I've been hiding too long.
What are you going to do when you get back?
Visit some days of future past.
She doesn't come back either. Oh, did you hear her message? She's going to run this company to the ground.
Without profit as the main focus.
Mariko said we can go wherever we want. Just say where.
What are you doing?
I'm your bodyguard.
Why'd they never bring her back?
So, where do you want to go?
Let's just start with up.
And then?
We'll see.
I wonder if Bryan Singer had something to do with it.
Yeah, because it feels like this is setting up a third movie pretty clearly. Like all of this is third movie territory.
Isn't there like a deleted post-credit scene where he has like the brown suit or
Yeah,
yellow
I think
suit?
in the suitcase, right? Like a.
He has like a yellow suit, I think. It's got that mask, the helmet.
Yeah,
the
and it's
mask.
brown and yellow.
I know there's a post-credit scene. I remember the post-credit scene.
Is it one of the ones that's setting up Mr. Sinister? Because they did that for years.
No, that's in
Oh, no, Stan Lee cameo. He didn't go to Japan.
Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I liked 2/3 of that movie an awful lot. Maybe even 4/5.
I would say 4/5.
But man, it falls off a cliff.
There's a solid, like, 20-ish minutes that's not great.
And then there's sprinkled throughout, the Viper stuff doesn't usually work, but overall, what a sensational action. Like, the set pieces were amazing. It was inventive. It felt like Wolverine. I can't believe how much of it I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot Famke Janssen was in it. Like, I did not remember that movie.
I really remembered her. I remember that. I forgot all the details. I forgot most of this.
That was a really good time. That's like probably First Class for me is still number 1. X2, X-Men 1 than this.
I'd agree.
Yeah, so far.
There's only been 2 bad ones.
Yeah.
I'll never forget this post-credit scene. Hair's off. They definitely shot this later. Trask.
Oh.
They definitely shot this when they greenlit Days of Future Past.
Sentinel stuff.
I'll take the pat down.
Opt out. You can go ahead, sir.
I'll wait.
Hell yeah.
What do you want? There are dark forces, Wolverine, but I want your help.
Oh, great. Great. Doesn't even notice the people paused.
I remember now, them two teaming up was such a moment. And also, he's alive and in his own body?
Hello, Logan.
James Mangold loves Wichita. That's really interesting. I wonder about what that's about. That was the code name of Night and Day when I worked on it.
You're not the only one with gifts.
That is a great post-credit scene.
It is, because you wonder how he's back. You wonder, like, why are they teaming up? It sets up stakes. Like, that is what you want from a post-credit scene.
That's an excellent post-credit scene.
And in a movie that, like, does a respectful job of keeping the X-Men out, that brings him back in. That was cool.
That was a really solid post-credit scene. Damn, I don't even care to think about the rest of the movie we watched. I only want to think about.
I want to think about 4/5 and then the post-credit scene. I think the reason that doesn't get the love it deserves is the end, because there's a lot of good movie there.
Yeah, and then the lasting feeling it leaves you with is looking forward to Days of Future Past.
Right, which we're watching soon.
But not the reflection
Of
of the
what we-
experience we had. Yeah.
How quick did they come out apart?
Days of Future Past and Wolverine?
Yeah.
Wolverine,
I'm just curious. This was
2013.
okay. I think Future Past was 15.
I mean, yeah, it must have been pretty close together.
Especially if that additional post credit felt like it was It was getting rid of the trilogy they had made for the last.
Yeah. Yeah, where are you, Days of Future Past? I gotta type so much
Days of Thunder.
shit in.
There we go.
Road
There we go.
cut.
Oh, the next year.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, yeah.
Okay. Literally the next year, and Bryan Singer's back.
They definitely had to shoot that.
They course corrected from. They literally went like, okay, Matt Vaughn is going to do a trilogy, and Wolverine can get a trilogy. Oh no, how about instead?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Until they shot that later because of his hair.
Yep, that's true.
That
it was
hair.
continuity, guys.
It
Greg
was off.
hair.
It was
Whoever's
off.
playing the drinking game at home and keeping track of Greg talking about the hair.
It was off, man.
There
I
it
was
is.
telling you, it was really it felt
Post-credit hair.
like post-credit scene hair.
Additional photography, different hair.
Yeah,
He was
really.
shooting Greatest Showman or some shit.
Yeah, you could tell.
I'm excited for Days of Future Past. I'm excited for the road cut.
Yeah, but they really dropped the ball there in the hair.
Next
department.
year.
They were
Next
so
year.
close.
Hair.
Right to the very end.
Right there,
That's the
and
one
then-
credit I gave the finale.
Also, bone claws in the post-credit scene. I think he has. Pretty sure he has metal claws in Days of Future Past.
No, he has metal claws in Days of Future Past.
Yeah, and then in the flashbacks he has
I remember once in the flashbacks because he's in the
because
past
he's
before
the
he
70s.
gets the claws.
But
yeah.
like he definitely has metal claws, right?
Yeah, he has metal claws in the
in our
present.
timeline.
I remember at one point, I think like he reacts as when he's having bad dreams or shit, his claws come out. And I remember I think he cuts Kitty Pryde.
Okay.
I think at one point he accidentally cuts her. Am I wrong about that?
We'll find out next week.
Tune in. But that was a great time.
I
was
liked
really
that
good.
a lot more than I.
That was way better than X-Men Origins Wolverine, which almost made me not want to watch Wolverine anymore. So
Yep, that's the goal of the movie, to bring us back, and it brought us back.
He did a great job. I had a great time. Peace out, rejects.
See you next week.